Know what I'm saying? Hey, Frisky, how you doing? Can you hear that whippoorwill? No, the birds singing there is those are crickets. Can't hear that bird going, making that whippoorwill sound. Huh. It's weird. You could hear that insects, but not that bird. You do that all night long. Yeah, I wish I could find a nice home for that little beagle. It's going to need to be someone that knows about dogs like this. So he gets away again. It's going to be a problem. Hey, Envelope, how you doing? How's it going? How's work been going? Oh, good. That's a nice little airport they have out of Augusta. It's only about $100 more to go there than Atlanta. I mean, you do have to switch planes, but man, it's like 1,000 times easier. Plus, Atlanta is a 180-mile round trip from here, and who knows how long stuck in traffic. I don't know why anybody would fly out of Atlanta unless you just couldn't get a connector. Yeah, I'm glad he survived too. I'd like to get one of those tranquilizer guns. Yeah, that was cool, man. A lot going on out there. Wish there was a better view of it. I'm surprised they don't block that fence off in that area right next to it, and you wouldn't be able to see anything. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah. You don't want a beagle, do you? He's absolutely terrified of people. Yeah. He was harassing horses over at the state park. At least that's what they said. They caught him once and he got out and they tranquilized him to get him in a cage. He's in a cage in an office over there. And they can't keep him long because the park rangers like rotate around different parks. Hey, Abby? No, I didn't. Nope. Yeah, it's nice out. Beautiful. About 62 degrees. Got all the windows open. Nice. Yeah, beautiful around here like that. I'm gonna upload one before I go to bed. 6 hours. Sore as hell. Big time. So are my shoulders. Hey, JMO. No, somebody else asked me that too. Somebody else couldn't leave comments. That's weird. I've done that before and had comments missing too. Did you get a notice or did you just happen to notice I was on? Yeah, I know. Somebody else said that earlier. Hippie chick. Yeah, they're always doing shit like that. Unsubscribe people too. Yeah, they're an odd company, man. Believe me. You know, in the old days, you could block people. Like sometimes you do it accidentally. You could go on and unblock them. Now you can't even find them. They're not even on the list when you block them. It's just the whole thing's a nightmare. No, they don't need to be. They're just a weird, odd company. They blocked 2 of my videos the other day for copyright songs, and I picked them out of their approved list. That's how nuts they are. Yeah, it's weird. I'll double check it to make sure that there's not some setting that's switched or something where you can't. But usually it'll say no comments allowed or something right off the bat. Yeah, they're weird. I see that girl that was in charge of guns in that Rush shooting got 18 months in prison. Boy, does she seem like a super dumbass. How a bimbo like that could ever be in charge of anything dangerous is a mystery. I guess it was her dad that got her the job. Oh, other comments? Oh, that's weird. Huh. No, hippie chicks are the same thing. Yeah, they're weirdos. Huh. You don't want a beagle, do you, JMO? Oh, I know they delete them. I know they do that already. No, I don't think, because it happened to somebody else. And it was on the same video. I've had it happen leaving comments before, too. Try and leave another one. And I'll tell you another thing sometimes. The server showing the reply is slow. Go back to that video and refresh the page, and you may see your comment. You just don't see it right away like you used to. I've had that happen on my own when I've left them. Oh, are they really? I love big storms. I do. What part of Illinois? Yeah, well, that's what it'll do. I've had that happen, but if you refresh that and see if it's there. Yeah, that's what happened with me. I saw it when I answer it, and then you scroll back for some reason, you see it's not there. Yeah, that's weird. Just type in hi or something, see if it sticks. Oh, wow. He lives in Indiana, the north part, though, right along Illinois. I'll have to check that out. Here we are in April, and they're already getting nailed with tornadoes. Hey, Happy Chuck, how you doing? JMO was just saying her comment disappeared on the Beagle Dog video. Oh, really? What did I title that video? How did I title it? Did I say tranquilizer or some shit? That may be why. But what I was going to say is I had two videos they blocked copyrighted music, and it's from their approved list of music. It may have something to do with shot or tranquilizer gun. No shit. Huh. Yeah, I wish I could tell you. You're dealing with those screwballs, you never know. And if I got a hold of them, you'll spend 40 minutes with what they say is not artificial intelligence. And they'll ask you the stupidest shit in the world. And you'll tell them 3 times. And then they'll say they show no system abnormalities. It's just a total waste of time. All your subscriptions were gone. No kidding. Yeah, they're weird. They constantly unsubscribe people, which I don't really give a shit. It's just the idea, but they're always sending you this bullshit about, promoting your channel. And then they're unsubscribing people that don't want to be. Oh, really? They could have taken that video down. You never know. That could be why, too. Yeah, they're weirdos. Whippoorwills. They're all over down here. She's like been shows signs of getting better, and then about the same. And it's hard to. She was really better yesterday, and then got crappy again. Oh, the high post just resurfaced. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's weird. It'll drive you nuts trying to figure them out. Just forget it. A girl went in there about 8 years ago and shot their office up for fucking with her. They demonetized videos, for some dumbass reason. Yeah, read about it. And she killed herself, I think. But I looked at the videos before they had taken them down. I didn't think it was anything bad. Just kind of different. But if you deal with YouTube, you can understand how they'll drive you nuts. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You don't want a beagle, do you? I think they will work out. Yeah, I definitely will. I'd like to see that bridge. Canada's paying for the whole thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew what you meant. He's a slippery little fucker, too. Hard to catch. I think you have to have a license for those tranquilizer guns. Like you have to be a vet or animal control or something. You can't just go have one, start shooting dogs you want to catch. I don't know really. To me, I'm guessing it seemed like it was maybe 5 or 7 years old. But that's just a guess. Oh yeah, that's a cool bridge. You know, that gets me. That area in Detroit was like had historically a rich history, particularly with Hungarians. They didn't do a fucking thing. Not a statue, rock in the ground, nothing. If that had been blacks, you'd have never heard the fucking end of it. Oh, good, Hippie Jet. Yeah, I never really cared for beagles. I don't like that annoying bark. And I've always thought or read or somehow I thought that they take off all the time. You know, for rabbits and stuff, you find them 2 days later. Who needs it? You know, Daisy's weird too. It's like we watch her around other people. Marty took her to Hilton Head last week. He stopped somewhere and a couple of women came up, petted her on the head. I took her to the coffee shop I go to, and the two women there petted her on the head, no problem. But most of the time, if men try to touch her, I'd warn them, do not touch that dog. She's unpredictable. She doesn't like Marty's wife either. She snapped at her a couple times. Yeah, it's weird how they figure things out. She didn't like the builder of my house or his brother. You know, you ever see those videos on YouTube? They'll have like kids, they'll have people around these horses are trying to reach over and bite them, bite their hair, bite their fingers and stuff when they're trying to give them a carrot. Then they'll bring over these kids in like a wheelchair. The damn horse just puts its ear down, sticks its head down there real low, and the kid's pets nose and stuff. There's a cute video. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. It could be on TikTok, but I think YouTube, where this lady lays down in a barn and this big ass horse comes and lays right down next to her and puts his head in her lap. And she just like strokes his head like a dog. So cute. Yeah, you know, makes you wonder, doesn't it? Yeah, I know. Yeah, it makes you wonder like that. Yeah, I don't know where she's at. Probably in a straitjacket somewhere. Maybe she found one of those 20-year-old bag boys to take her to the hotel. Yeah, about a month ago, Marty's wife was here and she stepped on Daisy's foot. Daisy like was growling like heavy, about ready to bite her leg, and I grabbed her. You know, Marty and I could step on her foot and she'd yelp. We'd reach down. I'm sorry, you know, no problem. But she was ready to throw down. Yeah. I guess one of those ladies came up to Marty and said, "Don't you ever have that dog on a leash? Doesn't she run off?" He said, "No." We were talking a couple weeks ago, Marty and I brought up Daisy. He said, "You know, you are never gonna find another dog like Daisy. No way." He said, "I've had a ton of dogs, and I know you've had a bunch too, and there's no way that dog is replaceable." He said the things that dog knows and figures out and sizes situations up. She's zero trouble. Yeah, she's a sweet dog. If she likes you. If somebody comes over here to work on like the air conditioner or something, she'll follow him around and like lay down, watch him work. Almost looks like she's waiting to see if they're trying to steal something. Yeah, it is. Hey, those vultures came up on the back porch today. I had my damn phone out near the smoker because I was smoking meat. I couldn't believe it. I heard something bang on the back door. I looked out and it's a vulture on the thing, and the other one was off the back deck. I came out and they flew off up into the tree, and then I brought them out some chicken. And the female came down, the male didn't. And then she ate her ass off. I've figured out their favorite food is chicken. You know, they don't eat as much as you'd think they would. They only weigh about 5 pounds, even though they're a big bird with a 5-foot wingspan. And they say sometimes when they have babies, they'll eat so much that they'll have a hard time flying. And if they get threatened, they'll throw up like in an instant and get rid of that excess weight. It's a fine line between flying and not flying. And it was funny. I've realized with the chicken, they prefer 2-to-1, 2 parts fat to 1 part meat. And if you notice, they will be skinning that fat off all the time, which makes sense for a baby. But it was funny today. She ate her ass off with that chicken. And I was wondering what I just told you. And sure enough, she started running towards the house. It took her forever to get off the ground. I'm not shitting you. It took her I've never seen her run that far. And she finally got airborne and flapped like once and stuck her wings out and landed right next to the house and then hopped up in there to feed the babies. Yeah, they got it fucking made. Those chicks are huge. Those chicks are giant, man. They eat their ass off, man. They couldn't have had better like food during this. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I think that all the time. A bird eating a bird. I know. Yeah, chicks again. I know they recognize my voice. I can be out there and one of them be on a branch, and I'll walk under there and say something. Their head will snap around. And there's been 2 times where they've flown over me and they bend their head down. They look at me and like do a circle, and they're like moving their neck around. So cool. Yeah, the chicks are huge. I've uploaded some videos on them. Those chicks are born with their eyes open. But I'll bet the one probably weighs 6 or 7 pounds. And the other one, there's one, this is the 3rd clutch, 2 babies each. And one's always way bigger than the other. Yeah, it's so cool, man. I'm watching them. I think that I can go in there now. Sometimes she doesn't even want to leave. But I don't want to put food in the house. I don't want to attract anything there. Yeah, I've done that with deer before too. I got to deer where I could almost feed them a carrot, be like 2 feet away. We had a couple winters when I lived up north that were just brutal. Like unseasonably warm weather, and then you get a snow like at 33, 34, get like 10 inches of snow, and then it goes down to like 3 degrees and freezes. And then they don't have anything to eat. They can't move the snow, and it's hard for them to walk when that snow gets crusted over, because it's a lot of energy to forge paths. So I had my run-ins with the DNR there before. They'll give you a ticket. They'd come over to my house twice when I lived there and said that they heard that I was feeding the deer. And I said, have a good day. And they said, well, are you feeding the deer or not? I said, have a great day. Yeah, vultures are cool. I mean, I've seen them before, but I never had an opportunity like this. They say that vultures will watch a place and decide whether or not they're going to lay eggs there for 1 to 2 months. They'll do surveillance on it to see if any animals are going in or out there, in and out there. And now, I mean, they see me go in that house. I mean, I do minimize it. I'd like to get more videos of the babies, but I just don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I just don't want to like overdo it. Now, I think last year's babies, you never know because you can't identify a male from a female. The female's a slightly bigger usually, but that can be wrong too. So you don't know who's who. And both parents sit on the eggs and both parents feed the babies. So you're kind of guessing on who's who. But they know that I go in there and they've laid 2 other clutches of eggs knowing that I'm going in there, which is a good feeling. You know, they don't think that there's any danger now. How they assimilate that, I'm not sure. And I know for sure they recognize my voice. Yeah, aren't they cool looking? Actually, I'm looking at getting some stuffed animals made. I think it'd be the cutest stuffed animal. You can send these places on the internet a photograph, and they will. It's amazing how cool they make these look. And you know, they're that bright, fluffy yellow and those black beak and those little white legs. I mean, it'd be the coolest looking fluffy plush kids toy. Oh, thanks. Plus, I thought that maybe it would help to like give them to schools and stuff to like, you know, society's done a shitty job. They've villainized venomous snakes. They did it for years with sharks, killer shark, get eaten on the beach, and they've done it with vultures too. All they show them is on Halloween, garbage birds, you know, always eating dead stuff. It's just such a piss poor job. It's like the bullshit stories they talk about Thanksgiving and Native Americans and the early settlers. More lies. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, that's just bullshit, man. Vultures are great birds. Man, it just personifies human beings so much. You know, look at the baby harp seal. All this like cute shit. You know, turtles everybody loves. But boy, a black vulture, you'll have fuckers try and run over them, which is a felony, by the way. Uh, they're a migrating bird, although not full-fledged, but they're included in the list. And there are people like you see them dead on the side of the road. They live such a dangerous life. You know, they have to depend on shit getting hit by cars pretty much. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I would do it, but I just worry about going in there like trying to do a good deed and like educating people and just having people I can see myself telling a teacher to get fucked. Or is this a class of retards? I mean, I'd be very defensive about any negative comments when I'm trying to educate their stupid asses. And I'm not so sure how effective that is. I mean, it sounds like a great idea. Like I said, I've gotten tickets for this shit before. Yeah, I'd fucking do it, man. I'm doing it. You know, wild turkeys. Actually, I've been thinking about breeding some turkeys to let them loose. You know, I just found this out the other day. You know, that a domestic turkey is just a different version of a wild turkey, and all wild turkeys are originally from Mexico. And you can breed wild turkeys with domestic turkeys. But anyway, that's another thing getting fucked over too. These crazy fuckers hide in these little camouflaged huts and like squeak these things. I got questioned by the Department of Natural Resources too for lighting off firecrackers during turkey season. Yeah, avocados, yeah. Yep. Oh, cool. Yeah, honeybees. That's another thing. Honeybees. See, that's another thing. There's so much bullshit about fucking honeybees. Honeybees, I'm not saying you are, but I've never met a bigger bunch of fucking bullshitters in my life than commercial honeybee farmers. They're so full of shit. It's ridiculous. Number one, the honey's for the fucking bees. It's for the bees. And they'll bullshit you blind about, oh, you know what they do? They take the honey, and you know what they replace it with? High fructose corn syrup from China. That's the bees' reward. And here's another thing, too. Ben and Jerry's. You know, they're a couple influential Jews. And they were having a hard time getting almonds. And it was because of pollination. Well, fucking honeybees weren't even in the United States till like 1838 or 1842. The only time that you need honeybees is for commercial operations. You don't need them. You didn't need them hundreds of years. But when you're trying to pollinate 500 acres of watermelons or apple trees or pickles, you have to exploit these bees because you're never going to have natural pollination take care of all of it. So it basically comes down to commercialism. It's exploiting insects for a profit. I've been at these lectures before and just listened to these guys bullshit people about the excess honey bees produce. Yeah, you know who came up with that? Beekeepers. Yeah. And it's true, there wouldn't be as many almonds without bees. Now, you know, if you take care of them, but they don't, these commercial beekeepers, they will go pollinate blueberries in the East Coast, load them all on a flatbed truck, drive down to Florida, pollinate fucking watermelons. They even drive them from Michigan to California on the back of a semi truck. Let me give you a story about beekeeping. So I knew they're not Amish, but you'd think they were Amish if you met them. They dress that way, and I don't know what the fuck they're into. It's like non-denomination. They're super nice people. He's a real good-looking fucker, and the wife's real pretty too. And they have like, I haven't seen them in about 12 years. Cute kids, and I met him at a lecture about what the fuck was that? Oh, the difference in pollination internationally at a Michigan State University lecture. We got talking, and then I went to his, and he sold bees and all that shit, but they were very responsible beekeepers. So I'm over there one day in the spring, and you know, Michigan, you get weather. You know, it's you never know what you're going to get in April. You could have a 70-degree day. You could get 6 inches of snow. Well, there's an expert in entomology at Michigan State. I can't think of his name. He's won a few contests for taking photographs of bees that have been published in magazines. And he kind of is a big shot in their entomology program at Michigan State. And these colleges, you know, where you teach this shit, you usually have, you know, 30, 40 beehives for your students and showing them all this bullshit. And a lot of times, for a lot of reasons, you need to replace some. Winter gets them, a lot of things. So anyway, I'm down there one day in April, and I'm talking to this guy, and we're having a good time. And he says this expert's coming from Michigan State to pick up like 20, no, 40. It was a lot. Maybe it was more than that. It was some big amount, like maybe you get package bees, which you get a queen and you get about 10,000 workers. And then you let them loose in a hive. It really gets you moving, right? And they were, I forgot what the details were. They were expanding their beekeeping thing. And if you just split hives and you do it slow, it takes you fucking forever. So they decided to buy a bunch from this guy, and they met him at the same thing I did. So he said, hey, you know, Chang Yan Checker's coming down here to get bees today. And I was just stopping by visiting. It's like, get bees today? It's fucking 30 degrees out. And he kind of rolls his eyes. He said, yeah, I know. He said, I told him, you know. So this fucking dumbass shows up at this guy's house. This is a bee expert, supposedly. The photography thing was just a side gig. He gets there and it's like 80 boxes of packaged bees. He's in a fucking truck that doesn't even have a cap on it. So this fucking dumbass, and that's about maybe 70 miles away, Michigan State, from this guy's place. And I said, "You're not going to sell him those fucking bees, are you?" He said, "Well, I really don't have a choice. He's already paid for them, and he thinks there's going to be no problem." So there's going to be a fucking problem. It's 30 goddamn degrees out. He said, "Yeah, I know. So, you can't like suffocate him." So anyway, this fucking dumbass straps down all these bees on pallets in the back of a pickup truck. And, the guy tried telling him to come another day, whatever. He didn't want to, Mr. fucking know-it-all. 80% of those bees died on the way back to the university. Another fucking expert. No, I don't. I do when I had 100 hives at one time in an organic orchard, and I was like, I never really fucked with the honey, to be honest with you. No, I just left it for the bee. I mean, I shouldn't say never. I'd take a frame out here or there, but hardly any. I was into it to like, I bought them from a guy, and they were already at the organic orchard, and I didn't give a fuck about the honey. And I'd maybe take 40 gallons, and then when I found out, that this excess was bullshit, no, I didn't take any honey. I split hives and started new ones and gave them to friends and that kind of shit, because I realized what a fucking scam the whole goddamn thing is. And a Langstroth hive, which is designed to extract honey from, that's the worst fucking thing you could ever put bees in the wintertime in a climate like Michigan. Drafty old piece of shit. You go out in the woods and you will never find bees setting up naturally in what mankind will put them in. Those hives are constructed that way so you can pull the frames, put them in an extractor, uncap the cells, spin the honey, and then put them back in there, honey is making wax is very labor intensive. So if you just uncap them so the honey spins out, it's not as bad. But when you see these cocksuckers at these farmers markets with these full frames of honey for sale, you can't believe how much work that took those insects to do that. Just making the comb, not to mention the honey, and they just take it out and go sell it for like $50. It's like, there's nothing I can do about it. But once I figured out what was what, I thought, I'm not doing this. Actually, I sold my hives to an organic guy and kept them all. He does the same thing I did. But when I go, I bust their fucking balls when I happen to be out of town doing some, whatever, YouTube videos or on my way somewhere fucking around. And I go to these farmers markets. 80% of the people, I would throw a number out there. What they do is they'll bring a frame of bees, they put it in a thing, they're at the farmer's market, they got jars and comb and all this bullshit. 80% of those fuckers will buy a 55-gallon drum of wholesale honey from someplace and fill the jars up and claim it's their own. I mean, when you're selling honey on a big scale, you have to have like a shit ton of hives. They find a place in Michigan over near Grand Rapids about 8 years ago, $3 million for importing that shit crap, lead-laced Chinese honey. And actually, there's an enzyme in honey that'll eat the enamel off your teeth quicker than table sugar. People say, oh, it makes my breasts firmer, my dick harder, and my allergies. That's fucking nonsense. It's bullshit. It's the same fucker that's eating goddamn oregano juice, growing his dick an inch longer. Yeah, swarm's cool. But I've caught swarms before, mainly because these crazy fuckers were getting ready to go down to Home Depot and get some wasp spray, dumb fucks. But I kind of get that. They don't know. And I'll tell you, that's kind of a myth in beekeeping too. They say that when bees are swarming, they're busy. and that they're non-aggressive, that's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Another weird thing about bees too is if you're in a bee suit, I've had them just fly by me, and I don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with evolving and recognizing a mammal. Because if you're in a bee suit, they'll fly by and shit, and they realize fucking suit, and they don't try and sting you. But boy, you go over there with like a sweater on, a hat, and there'll be fucking 5,000 of them on you in no time. If you try and catch a swarm, haphazardly. Yeah, it's beautiful. Usually that's a queen fucking off, where the hive's grown faster than it should have. Females run the whole show in beekeeping. I mean, the queen's laying the eggs, but when those workers sense that the queen's fucking off, they will make another queen and kill her ass. That's another thing I don't agree with, killing old queens to increase honey production and replacing with new queens. Yeah, it's true. You do get more honey, but it's just something that I wouldn't do. Oh, really? Yeah, I'd be surprised if that was the reason. I mean, it might have seemed like it. But, there's the same myths down here in Georgia. In the last 3 weeks, the pine tree pollen, you can write your name on your hood any morning you want to. It's so thick. And everybody says, oh, this pollen is crazy. It's affecting my allergy. You know what? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's not the pollen that you're allergic to, dumbass. That pollen is heavy and it falls right to the ground. It's not microscopic and you're not breathing it. Look up pine honey and allergies. It's a fucking myth. She gets old and has worked her fucking ass off since she started laying eggs. She'll just like anything. Gets old. Most pro bee keepers will requeen every 2 years. She'll just get old and can't lay as many eggs, just like anything else. Azaleas, you better believe it. People think goldenrod fucks her goddamn allergies up too. Yeah, she just gets old. And in the winter, the drones that mate with the virgin queens, you'll be going into winter, all those female bees, they'll kick the drones out and let them freeze to death. They don't need them anymore. All the queen needs to do is mate once. Yeah, that happens too sometimes. Yep. How come you don't do it anymore? Jeff, why don't you do that anymore? I'll tell you another thing. I think it's a bad idea to keep bees on the ground. They wonder why they get these mites. I've always elevated my hives like 3-4 feet off the ground. Yeah, you do have a slight risk of them falling over, but not that much, especially around here. And I never really had too much problem with mites. I watch them coming in and look for them then. Hey, Stephanie. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I just have one simple hive here. That's one of those nature nut hives where they draw their own comb whichever way they want to. It doesn't force them to create the cells and put the honey in a plastic look-alike bee comb. If I pulled a frame of honey out of mine, it looks like tapestry. It's beautiful. And when I get this house set up, I'm going to just let one where they can draw their comb however they fucking feel like. If you see bees in the wild, like let's say you could go in a big tree, like they'd like to lay it in, and it was huge, and you walked in there, it would look like beautiful, like 2-inch thick ribbon, and all like it would look like a fan was blowing, even though they were still. It's gorgeous. It's not all in these neat rectangles. So beautiful. You have varroa mites, yeah. Yeah, it's so cool. And I'll tell you another thing too. That venom in bees, there are variants in that. I've known beekeepers that have kept bees for 40 years and been getting stung, and all of a sudden one day they get anaphylactic shock. Yeah, they are. I never had a problem with them. I always elevated my hives. And I look for them, I can stand and like bend over and see them coming in and out. Wax, moths, all that fucking shit. I'll tell you a problem with hives is, believe it or not, mice can go in there and live in a beehive. You wouldn't think that'd be possible. Yeah. Another thing I don't like too is this bee sting therapy. What a bunch of fucking bullshit. It's another one of these kooks that's taking a coffee enema. I said, why don't you just let me smack your fucking thumb with a ball peen hammer? Yeah, nature's weird. But it's not perfect. It's just like human bodies. It's not, mistakes happen. Look at autoimmune diseases with human beings. It's not perfect. Same with nature. It's diversity, genetic diversity. Yeah, I find all this shit fascinating. Venomous snakes, everything. They've ruined all the damn lakes in Michigan, if you ask me, with their brilliant ideas. The salmon that have never been there. They've never been in the ocean. They're running around fucking things up. Those salmon in Michigan should never have been there. And it's been one fuck up after another they bullshit their way out of. Alewives, St. Lawrence Seaway lamprey eels. And these fucking zebra mussels. All this really fucked up shit almost always comes from Asia someplace. Like the red fire ant. I think 1962, Mobile, Alabama, on some fucking Asian thing. Zebra mussels. Part of the problem in the Great Lakes is they're not supposed to be that clear. Those fucking fish can see your line and shit. Go up and talk to a Native American from Mackinac on down to Alpena, or from Mackinac on down to, let's say, south of Ludington. Ask them when's the last time they caught a yellow perch or whitefish. They don't even fucking see them anymore. You mean for depression? Yeah, these people are full of shit, man. They really are. I used to go to those meetings and, fuck with them. They always ask me what my qualifications are. It's like your results. Yeah, I can give you all sorts of examples. The Army Corps of Engineers, they've practically ruined the Kissimmee River with their fucking stupid ideas. There was some idiot that was a marine biologist. I think it was Miami, but I'm not be sure. About 30 years ago, he had this brilliant idea of, how they sink ships and stuff, old ships for, animals. Well, they get this idea to put these fucking bound these tires together and weigh them down, and for these coral reefs. Yeah, about 6 years into the program, when the coral started dying, they realized that there was a toxin in the rubber that was killing coral. And these PhDs, that was their idea to put it down there. Fucking douches. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Bee sting therapy. Yeah, it's fucking nonsense. Crazy. Bee sting therapy. I think it's just a distraction. It's the like sensation of icy hot. I tell them all I'd be glad to smash your thumb with a hammer. You won't be thinking about your arthritis. Yeah, they are. Oh, lupus is Oh, yeah. That's a disease of the connective tissues. Organ failure. Fuck yeah, that's a bitch, man. I know a 22-year-old girl just died from lupus. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Anaphylactic shock with bee stings. Still people out there dying from them. But see, that's an aberration in the human body. It overreacts. You can do it with a maraschino cherry too. Shellfish. Not everybody's body's the same. Oh yeah, lupus is a fucking bitch. All those autoimmune diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis. Fuck yeah. Yeah, it sucks. Wow. Yeah, yeah. She's 20 years old. Is that what you said? How long ago was she diagnosed with it? Oh, I bet she's going to die. Yeah, it's a disease of the connective tissues that ends up trashing your organs. Well, as long as you've got an EpiPen around, you're okay. And those EpiPens, you gotta, they expire and you have to know how to use them. Those EpiPens are set up, you can't be pussyfooting around. When someone gets anaphylactic shock, you take that and you take that cap off and you stab those fuckers right through their clothes in the leg. Take that cap off and stab it right through their jeans. No fucking around. Oh, in her 40s. Yeah, the prognosis for that is not good. You feel like shit all the time. I think I'd kill myself if I had lupus. Yeah, I had that happen one time too. I've been nauseous and when I've had like a few of them. When I was living up there in West Branch about 5 years before I left, a guy ran over some bumblebees. They nest in the ground, and it killed him riding on his tractor. Yeah, fuck yeah, it can kill your ass. No, I bet she can't, the poor thing. She's fucking exhausted all the time. Yeah, it probably does, keeping a kid, yeah. Yeah, you make sure she has an EpiPen. Another thing, EpiPens are expensive as hell, and they expire. That's another thing I think the government should give out free. Peanuts, anaphylactic shock. Everybody's body's not the same. I'm just reading a book on the knee, and everybody knows the ACL, the meniscus, medial collateral ligament, all these ligaments in your knee. But women's knees are much more inferior than men's. 64% more likely to have a knee injury than a man. If they play basketball, 164% more likely to have some kind of knee problem, and 364% higher to have a complete and total anterior cruciate ligament tear. Now, you want to know the kicker? A little, not a lot. You want to know the kicker to this? Is it doesn't start until women reach puberty. Prior to puberty, their accident rate for the same activities is the same as men. Now, what's interesting is women's tendons are stronger and their muscles are more flexible, but they can't generate as much power because of the mass. Isn't that interesting? Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, it can be tits up. Your throat swells shut. Yeah, he's lucky he survived. Yeah, Selma, yeah, she does. I think she's had a liver transplant because of it. Oh, Seal has it too, huh? I'm pretty sure, Either Selena Gomez had kidney or a liver transplant because of lupus. Yeah, it's too bad. It sucks, man. There's a formula called the Q angle. It's the way the shin bone and the thigh connect to a woman's knee. It's joked as a consequence of being able to bear children and be bipedal, walk on your feet. That's one of the theories too. Oh, kidney transplant. Okay. Yeah, it's so weird. And women suffer a way more disproportionate number of knee injuries skiing. Their knees are fundamentally much weaker. Good night, Jeff. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I never heard of it either. Every year they find like college kids somewhere that I remember about a year ago someplace a kid, there was a peanut in some fucking thing and they found him dead in his car. Poor kid. Yeah, it's so sad. Yeah, I've been reading a lot. I've been reading a lot of books on cancer. Now I'm reading a book on the knee. Then I'm going to get into more neurology. I'll tell you something surprised me. There's a relationship with having herpes and aberrations that are created in the amygdala part of your brain that create obsessive compulsive disorders. And any of this bullshit I ever bring up, anybody ever says, well, where'd you find out that? If you're interested in it, I'll tell you where I found it out. I'll send it to you. Yeah. But I can tell you this, just from everything I've read, which of course doesn't mean shit. The big kicker for women that really causes them problems. I mean, one way it's the culprit behind a lot of stuff is estrogen. Yeah, I think as time goes on, there are going to be more estrogen therapies for younger women in an attempt to avoid particularly breast cancer. And the chemical and genetic concoction that creates a placenta is tied to different cancers. Some cancers you can get virally, some exposure, you can get exposure to chemicals. Obviously, smoking's bad for lung cancer. Yeah, that's too bad. Poor kid. You feel sorry for kids. Melanoma is another one you got to watch. Lately, Merkel cell, which is what made Jimmy Buffett go tits up. Merkel cell is an oval-shaped cell that's in the top of your skin that senses sunlight and touch. And up until about 7 years ago, it was misdiagnosed quite often. Yeah. It actually looked like a kind of squamous cell carcinoma, and they'd do the typical therapies, and by the time that metastasizes, you're fucked. Stage 4 cancer means it's got into your lymph nodes. Now, I just had some fucking leukemia. Not leukemia. What the fuck is it? What the hell did I have? I just had it's a form of leukemia that attacks the T cells. But it's kind of a stretch on the definition of it by the World Health Organization. And when I found out about it, I didn't really give a fuck about it, but I had it scraped off my shoulder. And it's cutaneous, which means it was above the skin. But from all the reading I do, I mean, believe me, I'd rather not have it. I was the same way. I got absolutely broiled. Yeah, lymphoma. 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 It's a form of lymphoma. What did I say? Leukemia? Yeah, lymphoma. The liquid cancers like leukemia, they've come a long way with. The solid cancers, not so much. Yeah, it's lymphoma. Hey, waiting. Oh, skin cancer, yeah. I've noticed it on people that had to get surgery. Two people I noticed it on ended up getting a tram flap, which means they go in and basically cut out about half their nasal cavity. It required extensive plastic surgery. There's a kid that I know that works, she's a young girl that works at a restaurant, and I'm pretty sure she has some basal cell on her nose. And the next time I go in there, I'm just going to bite the bullet and pay for. I'm pretty tight with my dermatologist here and his wife, and I'm just going to pay for an appointment for her because she doesn't have insurance, and I don't want her getting a fucking tram flap. And I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I mean, big fucking deal. I've paid for people's dermatology appointments before and two of the ones that I spotted cancer on. Yeah, fuck yeah, they had cancer. Now both the other ones were squamous cell and basal cell, which is no big deal, but you still want to get it taken care of. Squamous cell and basal cell, they don't turn into melanoma. They're their own separate cancers. And melanoma, of course, is the weirdest one of them all. Definite killer. Once that metastasizes, you're pretty fucked. And you'd be surprised where you get melanoma. It isn't always where you'd think, like with the most sun exposure. I've been in dermatology office in my life, once in Florida, one in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where I was talking to women that were big sunbathers that had melanoma. And, wished them luck. And, hey, if I don't know what I'd do from you, but, good luck, keep in touch, let me know how you're doing. They both died. Their husbands emailed me. Yeah, it's easy, man. I've had them all. I've had it a bunch of times. I've had the Mohs procedure, MOHS, 7 times. I've had the nitrous oxide burned off probably 20 times. And now I just had a PET scan and a biopsy to get this other fucking shit taken off me. Lymphoma, kind of lymphoma. Yeah, it's easy to do, man. I know what it looks like. I don't do it the first time I get there, but after a while, it's like I tell them nicely, have you had that looked at? I'll tell you the best way to explain it, to look. It looks like a carpet burn. Stephanie, you remember those sores you used to get on your knees from getting banged on the carpet doggy style when you were young and sexually active? It looks just like that, only like the head of a pin that doesn't really heal. And it's always kind of red and irritated and bleeds if you itch it. I mean, you don't need to be a fucking doctor to recognize it. I can tell you this. I've never one time told somebody to get checked out and I was wrong. It's not like I'm like making things up. Hey Chris, how you doing? I know. I mean, I got fucking tons of skin damage. It doesn't really bother me to tell you the truth. It's not like I always tell the doctor. That's why I don't get that Mohs procedure anymore. It's like this minimally invasive where they keep looking at it with a microscope and they don't shave down any further than they have to. And because you get a young 20-year-old girl, she didn't want a fucking half-inch scar on her fucking forehead. So the Mohs makes sense. But a motherfucker like me, I tell the doctor, you can cut that motherfucker out with a chisel or a DeWalt drill. I don't give a fuck. It's not going to affect my modeling career. I just don't want to lead a slow, miserable death. Yeah, I fucking tell him, man. Same with my dentist. I tell her the same thing too. I tell her all the time. I said, hey, I tell him right at the fucking beginning, I got a brand new dentist. I said, I don't want to hear any of this bullshit other than like shit that needs to be fixed. Don't be like trying to talk me into bullshit. I already floss, water pick, brush my teeth twice. Do not be bringing up this cosmetic fucking shit. I need these teeth for about 10 or 15 more years, tops. That's it. And so far, so good. Come on, Daisy. We'll come beddy, honey. I hear Daisy just walk in here. You want to come bed, hon? I just heard Daisy walk in here. She hasn't been feeling good. You want to come beddy, honey? Huh? You want to come bed, girl? Dad put you in bed. You want to go pee-pees or something? You want to go pee-pee? Yeah, she wants to go pee-pees. You come to get Dad to go pee-pee, honey? Sure, you want to go pee-pee? Oh, okay. How come you didn't fuck with Marty like you usually do? Huh? Yeah, go out and do pee-pee, honey. Hey, you hear the mockingbirds? You gotta watch. You know another thing that'll fuck your hair up? I know some health nuts that did this when they were younger. Henna. Henna will fuck your hair up too. These women are so like, that's just the way the culture is, you know what I mean? It's guys like me that create a lot of this goddamn shit. I gotta quit making comments like, what is that, steel wool growing out of your scalp? I need to be more understanding and just say, hey, your hair looks really nice tonight. I mean, I lie about other shit. The fuck, man. I gotta be more kinder. It's like, wow, you got a Brillo pad growing out of your head. Hair, it's funny, the genetics, because hair is dead. Do you know that? It's funny the variances in hair. Spray it in bleach. Women, I know women that are so anal about their hair. I had an older woman that was a transcriptionist for me for 20 years, older lady. It's not uncommon for older women, their hair gets thinner. And they'll go to, that's why they go to beauty salons, because they got a way of like, making it like Donald Trump hair. It looks like fucking cotton candy. If you ever go and pick one up or give them a ride or something, they like, part of the process is like squirting it down. And it looks like, if you would never buy a paintbrush like that, because it's like, you can just tell it's a lot thinner than it was when they were young. And then they blow it up and they can cover their fucking 13-inch forehead. I gotta quit doing shit like that. I would never say anything to anybody like that. I'd also never bang them. Fuck yeah. You women are in big trouble when that fucking estrogen goes south. You wake up, if you're my age now, 68, and you start dating, you better hope that fucking broad doesn't run out of razor blades, because if she does, you're going to be missing yours. Hey, and I'm going to tell you women out there right now, appreciate this as a constructive compliment to help you all get laid some more. But once you're postmenopausal, do not try to get rid of that upper lip hair on your own. It's so goddamn obvious. Shaving it doesn't work. It's just like a guy. You shave it. He looks clean shaven, but you can tell there was hair there at one time. You got to get it professionally done. I don't care if it costs $1 million. Get it go to a professional hair remover thing with a laser or a sledgehammer, whatever they fucking got to use. There were two older women that were riding by here yesterday, and they said, hey, we want to thank you for putting the spigot out there so our horses can drink. Yeah, lasered. I bet these old women want some fucking cock. So we talked, and actually the one actually said, are you married? It's like, nah, I just got divorced. And she said, do you date at all? It's like, nah, I don't. She said, you seem like such a nice guy to be alone. I thought, man, if you only knew me. You want to come in and watch Deep Throat and I'll jack off on your forehead drinking a dragon's milk? Yeah, she doesn't know what she's in for. I have that happen a lot because they don't know the real me. At least you guys have the privilege of knowing what's fucking what. Yeah, but older women out there, do not fucking try to get this hair on your upper lip taken off by yourself. I don't give a fuck what it costs. you can spot it. But here's my point. Back to my story. You want to go inside, hon? You want to go inside? That's fine, hon. My wife used to tell me, I just wish you'd treat me half as good as you treat your animals. It's like, yeah, I know what you mean. No, I don't know what you do. You can get away with plucking the... And another thing, too, now I've quizzed guys about that. Any women that have questions about me, you want to know, I'll fucking tell you like it is. Nobody likes those big goddamn Groucho Marx fucking eyebrows either. No, they don't. Almost any guy quiz, they like the thin ones. You know? Yeah, you don't need to look like fucking, a Halloween mask. Guys are onto that shit. I joke with Marty about it all the time. We'll be someplace that woman needs to go see, like electrolysis or laser or whatever the fuck it is. Sledgehammer. Anything looks better. But anyway, back to my point. Told you I had ADHD. I'm talking to these two old ladies, and the sun was shining, and the sun was behind me. And I could see, like, their mustaches so vibrantly, you know? And I thought to myself, yeah, that's great. You like that your horses can drink. I'm glad to do it, but there's no way either one of you two are blowing me. Yeah, it's just, maybe I got like a hang up about it. I don't know. But so far, of the guys that I've talked to, they're all really on this fucking facial hair with women. Big time. And if you're a fat broad, the real heavy ones, like 300 to 400, they almost like seem to grow full beards. I don't kind of get the hormone, what the fuck's going on there. Because everything else is like smooth baby skin, except they got like, can see they could grow a fucking beard probably. And the ones that just realize they're not going to get fucked and just give up, oh God forbid. Holy shit. They'd probably go broke buying razor blades. If I was dating someone, I don't give a fuck how much it cost. I do not want women with facial hair. No fucking way. I don't know whether that's just like the central part of the brain. God damn. Yeah, unibrow. No, just like super hairy. It's funny, when you're dating and you're young, you're not going to find... Well, part of it's they're young, too. That estrogen is just like in excess. It's the softness of the skin. And, it's great and all that feminine look. That estrogen heads south. It's like, watch the fuck out. No shit. I'm thinking I had to take a fucking weed whacker to these two women. Yeah. It went from potential blowjobs to I got to get going when that sun hit those lips. Yeah, aging sucks. It really does. It doesn't bother me that much because I know I'm fucked. Yeah. Oh, blonde hair, that's cool. Yeah, you remind me of Iggy Pop, kind of. These bees are really active. They've been out late at night lately. Now, they say, I have idiots say they want to go in their hive at night. Yeah, fucking try that. That's the worst time ever. These things have evolved. They know when something's banging around the outside at night. It is not good. Hear them? They hate this fucking light, too. Be lucky if I don't get stung. See them all out there right now? They're fanning the hive. That means that it's hot in there. See them all facing with their ass to the back? They're fanning that hot air out of the hive. I don't want to stay here too long. They hate this fucking thing. They'll come over and start stinging me, even in the pitch dark. Motherfuckers. I try not to. No, I try not to. No, and usually what I'll use is sugar water. Now, if I got to do something serious, I'll use smoke. That's another lie. They say that the bees become confused. Yeah. How about asphyxiated? It's more like it. Their thorax, they're inhaling this fucking smoky thing. They say that they're in the panic mode because they realize it's fire and want to survive. It's like, yeah, right. I don't do it unless it's an emergency. I move, and what I'll do is, like, this one's going to get moved, actually. I will, this is a bad night because it's hot out. And if I went over there and fucked with it now, those ones on the ledge would take off and they'd fuck around and they'd try and sting me. And then I'd move the hive and they wouldn't know where to fucking go. And I just there's weird like quirk things that I don't want on my conscience. I don't want any bees left behind. So I will wait till a cooler night when they're all inside. 55 degrees is usually the magic number. And I'll block that entrance right there. And then I'll put some brackets on the side so the thing doesn't fall apart. Although this is over a year old, and I'm sure the propolis that they use to seal cracks is pretty good. I mean, those are stuck together pretty good. But that thing is definitely full of honey. So that probably weighs 100 pounds. I'll block the bottom, brace the sides so it can't fall apart, put it on the back of the four-wheeler, have Marty stand up, and we'll drive over slowly. And then we'll set it up. And then at night, I'll go over there and pull out that plug on the bottom. Now, they're going to come out of there pissed the fuck off. But they're not going to. They're going to hang around the hive. They don't know what's fucking what. But it gives them all a chance. When you move a beehive, or when you start a new beehive, they will all hang around the entrance for a day or two getting oriented. Now, there's different schools of thought on that. The sun, the angle of the hive to ambient light. Who the fuck knows? But I do know they hang around, and once they get acclimated to however they do it, they're off fucking around doing their thing. But I just got a real problem leaving bees behind, so I make sure it's the perfect time. Oh, it's crazy how they send that warning. I can't quite figure that out. You know, a lot of these books, I think they're full of shit. They say that the fucking, but that fucking attack thing, man, that's a mystery to me. Because I'll tell you, if I went up there right now and took a fucking hammer and banged, they say that bees don't see very well at night. Yeah, maybe they don't, but then they got fucking radar. If I went and took a hammer and I banged on that hive real hard, I would have 500 of those stinging the fuck out of me within 10 seconds. And I could be running down the driveway for 200 yards and they'd be stinging me the whole fucking way in the dark. So if they got they say bees are nearsighted. They have a hard time seeing things. Yeah, bullshit. I've had those motherfuckers chase me a quarter mile. No. It doesn't. It can happen. We have a hive. Marty bought it, and you turn this knob, and it punctures one of the frames, and honey drips out. But we just haven't put it together yet. I don't really like that kind of shit. Still taking honey. You know? That's what they're supposed to do. That's exactly right. And you know, in the wintertime, they live longer, maybe 50 days, 60 days to get through the winter. In the summer, they're only around about 3 weeks. This has probably been, the queen's the only one that's the original. These workers have been replaced, God, who knows how many times? 500? Yeah. Oh, age progression. Yeah, it sucks, man. I mean, I blow hot and cold on that. I mean, I don't like it, but I mean, it's over anyway, either way you look at it. Like I said, I feel lucky that I don't get lonely. Like I'm a little fucking weird on, being alone all the time, which has kind of kept me out of a lot of trouble. It's keeping me from fucking dating someone with a beard. I got another 6-hour video that I'm going to be uploading for your viewing pleasure. Let me see how long's left in this motherfucker. 38 minutes. And make sure you guys watch these. See, Basie went back and got in bed with Marty. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm going to pour myself another couple shots of this Johnnie Walker Double Black. Oh, shit, yeah. Truth Serum. These are just new books that I bought. Yeah, I came to a realization today. In case you women out there think, Truth Serum. I got a heating pad on my fucking back. In case you women out there think I've got bulging muscles, I realized today, I'm going to admit this to you, I can't fucking finish moving those books and fucking with them. I just can't. My back hurts. My shoulders hurt. You know, those 2 5-hour chats fucking got my back sore, and my ankles are sore from standing on concrete I've been sore as a motherfucker, man, for like 4 days. Tylenol, heating pad, all that shit. Penetrax, it helps, but it's a problem. And I just said, fuck it, I'm not doing it. So I'm going to hire fuckers to do it. I'm just going to point. Put this here, put that there, put this here. Really, it's cost me a lot like all this bullshit does. But I'm going to do it. I just can't fucking do it. I fucking hate it so much. I don't like people touching me like that. I don't think I've ever had a massage where I wasn't stroked off at the end. I'd probably be thinking I got ripped off. I just don't like people like rubbing on me and shit. I don't know why. I never did, even when I was young. I'd go to the Japanese massage parlor, get beat off at the end. Some of them were good massages, too. It's great. Massagey here. You go in, you take a shower, and then they come out and they put a doily on your fucking cock. Then these Asian women, I don't really know. They're fucking experts at, like, I guess you'd call them pressure points. And, they put a feather on your forehead, shit like that. They got every trick in the book. They smell good. Don't have a fucking hair on them. Then they say, and then they give you a massage, which just feels pretty good because you're getting a blowjob at the end. Then they say, massage you here? It's like, fuck yeah, massage you there. Why do you think I'm here? And then they giggle. That's 25 more bucks. And then they say, are you a police officer? No, I'm not a police officer. I know you motherfuckers have, when you were giving me the shower, when I looked through my wallet, did you see a badge? Fuck no, I'm not. That was my biggest obstacle. Getting through the fucking battery of questions about whether or not I was an undercover cop. Massage here? Yeah, that was usually another 100. No problem. It took me a while to come to my senses on that when I was young. I thought, man, this is expensive. Then I started calculating time and dinners and movies and all that fucking bullshit. I realized what a fucking deal it was. I went from thinking I was paying too much to what a fucking bargain. God damn, man, this is great. They say you got a wife? It's like, what the fuck's that got to do with it? Of course I got a wife. Why do you think I'm here? Fuck yeah, put it to them all, man. What a pleasurable thing. It's fucking great, man. They say you massage you here. Yeah, it's great. If I ever got caught in one of those things, that'd have fucked up my PI license. But when you're young and you get a big boner and you're not dating anybody, I knew there was a risk. I minimized it as good as I could and went with it. Spill my fucking Topo water. Yeah, this shit's good. Yeah, it was worth every fucking dime. I'm not kidding you. These girls were cute too. I took a couple of them for airplane rides. I take them for airplane rides. No shit, take them out to dinner and shit. Fuck no, not even close. No, I can't do it. I'm like too old. You massage here? No shit, I took probably 5 of them for airplane rides. I had a boat, I took a couple for boat rides, took them over to Canada. Believe it or not, there's escorts I still keep in touch with from 35 and 40 years ago. They got like grandkids and all sorts of shit. Isn't that weird? Swear to God. It's fucking great. We had a lot of fun, actually. I kept in touch with them all these years. Yeah, if you got separated or divorced, that's the first fucking thing you'd do is join the gym. I was watching the end of the Masters, and this guy's got his. I listen to these motherfuckers on there talk about their wives. I thought, you lying motherfuckers. But that golf is trying to sell that, apple pie bullshit, wholesome game. These guys with, they've got 500 good-looking women wanting to bang them at every golf thing there is, and they're acting like they just got so lucky, meeting the love of their life, and they don't know what they do without them. It's like, fuck you, man. They'll catch them all in a horror house. Oh, it's great. It was fun taking them for airplanes. Almost all of them, I think all of them, the Asian ones, had never been in an airplane. It was great. It was fun taking them as something they never did before. I knew a guy. There's been 2 times in my life. One of them was in Michigan, where I got to know the owner of the place. Oh, congratulations. Wow, good for you. And they owned a massage parlor. And they had one in Ann Arbor. And then he wanted to open one in another town. I said, do not do that, man. They will be all over your fucking ass. And this is before this sex trafficking bullshit happened. Anyway, he opened one. We were open about a year, and the FEG raided it. They got the FBI involved and immigration and all this fucking shit. Long story short, they ended up through forfeiture, got like $2 million worth of shit. Like a couple nice houses, a fucking couple Corvettes, all sorts of cool decorations in their high school were there for dinner. And if he'd have just stayed in Ann Arbor, but he wanted to open up a second location. And they were both convicted felons. They split apart, and he ended up going down to Tampa and opening a commercial cleaning thing. Offices at night. He'd done that before, and he met her as a customer through the massage parlor. Congratulations, Lucen. Good for you. But boy, yeah, it was all over the news and papers and shit. You know what fucked them the worst is running credit cards that were getting approved in different states, like this interstate horse shit for an illegal thing. And I mean, back then they weren't even nailing you for using a computer for a crime like they do now. It took a gravy train, had it made lifestyle and broke them both. Those things have really taken a hit with this human trafficking bullshit. Yeah, it's not just a massage parlor anymore or out call service. It's a sex trafficking, which is like major fucking trouble. You could be the guy that just drives a girl around. No, I live in Atlanta now. No, I don't do that anymore. I mean, I've had probably 60 interviews in the last 2 years, but not like the ones you're used to. No kidding. Wow. Good luck to those people. What's that, Em? I damn near got nailed by one in Carbondale, Illinois, the southern tip of Illinois one time. Oh, it is horrible. Was it in Texas? Was it in Texas? Oh, I don't, I'll tell you, not like they say. I don't think it exists like they say. There was a couple old dykes up in fucking around West Branch where I lived, always giving these lectures, these things about human trafficking. It's like, fucking where? Give me some goddamn examples. Yeah, I think it. I mean, but the thing that the definition is so broad now. I mean, before it was a girl giving a blowjob that had a drug problem. Now it's like fucking human trafficking. Yeah, so I mean, it's such a broad definition, yes. But like they say, I mean, they act like you're, jerking these girls out of a fucking high school and chaining them and making them sex slaves. You know, bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. It's a political thing, just like Tesla and these fucked up junk electric cars. Yeah, kept inside. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're thinking. I mean, all you got to do is like lock the door and not let them out for a day, and you're fucked. Like if you get in an argument with your girlfriend. Yeah, fucking human trafficking. Yeah, it's just such a broad fucking thing now. Oh, I believe that. Yeah, I still have the dog. Yep, she's still around. She hasn't been feeling too good the last couple days, but yeah, Daisy. Yep, she's still around. Yep. Where are you at in Detroit? Yeah, foreign country. I mean, I don't know what goes on in foreign countries. You know? Yeah, it does. Yeah, fuck. I guess it probably happens, but a lot of these, like they tried that shit down at that massage parlor in Jupiter, Florida, where they caught Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, and they had such egg on their faces over that. Oh, South Australia. Okay, so it's summertime for you, heading into winter, right? Human trafficking. Don't say anything. I'm gonna human traffic Stephanie when she gets down here. Oh, cool. You see a lot of cool birds over there where you live? How about snakes? How about aborigines? How about what else they got of there? Camels. Better believe it. Yeah, I dated a girl for a while. Oh, cool. That owned a hair removal clinic. Yeah, good for you. Made a good living. There was a lot of Indian women coming in there. They had a lot of colleges in Chicago. Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I don't really, I kept in touch with some people there in Detroit for a while, but not in quite a while, have I? Man, my fucking back and shoulders and feet are like so fucking sore. I mean, like a lot. Like I don't even want to like get up to bed standing on that concrete floor. Yeah. Oh, it does? It's actually Crawfordville, which is east of Atlanta, 90 miles. I've heard that. Yeah, it doesn't stop growing on women's faces. No, I didn't know that. Hey, did you get any of that bad weather, Dave? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Is it real ass kicker, like they said, or not that bad? Impala was wondering how the weather got you. Oh, yeah, I probably do, yeah. But when I go to the doctor and shit, they don't say anything about arthritis. Motherfuckers. 42. If I wasn't uh, fucking with those books and on a concrete floor, I wouldn't have noticed it, I don't think. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, you're right. I know older women, their hair got thinner. It really freaks them out. It's weird hair like that. Oh, small storms. Handful of Dave's just getting small storms down there. Do you still work, Dot Doll? You ever go to Steve Irwin's zoo? Oh, okay. Right. Oh, mental health issues. Yeah, I know what that's like. Good for you. What are you, schizophrenic? Oh, okay. Well, that daughter sure didn't turn out like the mom. My mom was cute when she was young. The daughter's like iffy. They really tried to promote her to take over dad's footsteps, but she just didn't have any charisma. Yeah, he lives in Indiana. Yep. Oh, for marijuana, you really believe it's from that? You really think marijuana caused that? Marijuana smoking? What's in the Bible? Yeah, you're gonna fit in perfect. How come you haven't been around a couple years? Oh, good for you. Oh, really? I didn't think that did that kind of shit to your brain though. Like permanent damage. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's cool. You have to work tomorrow, Michelle? Wow, unbelievable. That's quite some restraint. Oh, okay. Yeah, but if you quit that long ago, I would have thought you got better. Oh, psychosis. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Has it gotten better or worse? Well, better, I guess, huh? Huh. I mean, I've read in these addiction books before, they say don't quit everything at once. Quit it one at a time. Huh. Oh, good for you. Oh, okay. What are you getting disability over there? Good for you. Yeah, right. I got it. Yep. Oh, good. Well, congratulations. You're getting better. The minute you don't think it does? Yeah, no, it sure does, doesn't it? It's crazy. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably not. Oh, yeah, I know what you meant. Since I've been on here, there's probably 5 people Marty knew killed themselves. No shit. Well, good. Best of luck to you. Yes, she is. Yep. Actually, she's doing better. Last I heard, she got on some kind of disability and gained some weight. That's about 6 months old info. How come you didn't watch videos for 2 years? Oh, I can hear an owl out there hooing. Yeah, she's still around. Yep. Crazy. She had a pacemaker and active drug addict all those years. Crazy. Good genes. She was super beautiful woman when she was young. You can tell she had like, I believe it too. Good body, nice thick hair. Oh, okay. That's all right. YouTube didn't unsubscribe you, did they? Oh, okay. Yeah, big time. Yeah, you're right, Lucid. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Crazy mother, though. You wouldn't have wanted to have been her daughter. You know, her and her husband got charged with sex abuse, and those kids were taken away from her. Yeah, I got a different one. I got a Ford F-150 pickup. Now, the van, I had that scrapped. Quit running about 2 years ago. 457,000 miles. You think you'd come to the States if you had a chance? Yeah, at the beginning. That's what people say, you know, it started out. Yeah, yeah, I don't know why. It was a unique time, actually. I was happy to experience it. And it was weird because those videos had been around quite a while and nobody watched them. It was some kid actually that copied and pasted a couple of them and put them on Reddit. That's really what made it take off. Yeah, that was cool back then. I really enjoyed it. Detroit was rock bottom. It was just, you never know. I mean, I knew it was a good time though when I was doing it. The daughters did. Yeah. Yes, she did. And they basically just kind of drifted off and quit fucking with her. Yes. Yeah, that area is done for that. Plus it's, you know, they're going to market that as like an international border, and that shit's just not going to fly. Almost all those buildings around there were condemned. People were forced to move. It's nothing like it was then. Yeah, nah, I don't think I'd ever go there, man. I'm not, you know, that ship sailed. Yeah, it did. It's gone up everywhere, man. Housing is crazy everywhere. Hey, Dot Doll, are houses expensive in Australia? Is everything crazy expensive? Yeah, all that shit went up. Yeah, yeah, it did. Yep. See, like right now, I'm fucking aching like a motherfucker. And my knees, my shoulders, my back. I feel like I've been hit by a fucking train. Yeah, that's how it is everywhere. Yeah. Yep. It's nuts. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it, Jam? I feel sorry for those people, though. I guess they're cleaning that new mayor's cleaning that place up. Yeah, I was taking them. They don't do that much. Yeah, I'd like one, believe me. Yeah. What do they call that? Crocodile or some shit? Yeah, probably, yeah. It used to be like that. Not quite that bad, but it used to be fucked up in Toronto on Yonge Street. Same shit. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? Yeah, it did, yep. Toronto's crazy expensive now, too. Yeah, animal tranquilizer. Where do they get that shit? Crazy. I'll tell you another thing. Over at this house, I got a fucked up mattress. Oh, meat tenderizer. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they get, I think the DEA gives them their prescription writing ability too. Yeah, this mattress sucks. Yeah, I didn't like it, man. I thought it was all hyped up to see it, and I heard so much about it. But I thought it started bad. All of a sudden, 10 minutes into it, and this fucker's doing all this crazy shit. There was no lead up. I thought it was bullshit. No, I was really looking forward, and that's like the one of the all-time watch series. But I just thought, like, you're 10 minutes into the first episode, and this guy's already went nuts. Yeah, it turned me off. Yeah, shit, it could have been good, man, if they'd have just, made a couple episodes on his decline. No, I know people that have done that, JFO. Don't feel bad. You really want to get fucked. Get one of those sleep numbers. Yeah, there are ones out there, though. I would try again. They're out there. No, fuck, don't feel bad. Fucking thing didn't work. There's a place in Michigan, Saginaw, where you can get them. They custom make them. It's been there for like 80 years. It's like out in the farm country. I think it'd be cool making mattresses. I like to do it. Yeah, it was a super visit. Nice people, good prices. I'd like to have a business like that making mattresses. Yeah, just keep trying, keep trying. A lot of stuff is like you think you like something and it's just not. Just try and go someplace where they know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah, they're excellent, Frisky. Big time. That was a good place, man. Like the old days. It had a weird name like Tampon or some shit, remember? Or fucking napkin company or some bullshit like that. Feminine napkin or some fucked up name. I mean, it sounded like a goddamn Kotex factory. Remember that? No, you can get Goblins. You just pay up the fucking ass for them. There's mattresses out there. You can spend like fucking 10 grand for a mattress. Yeah, sanitary. Is that what it was? Sanitary mattress. Yeah, what a fucking dumbass name. It was something. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I'd say keep trying. Don't go to a box store. Go to like a private place. And if they got to ship it back, fuck, that's their fucking problem, man. You know, what the fuck good's a mattress that doesn't work? Yeah, probably true. Yeah, I'll lead a cult. That's no fucking problem. Who said that, by the way? That's a compliment. I'll run a fucking cult. Oh my God. You'll spend, I'm telling you, I couldn't tell you. There's a lot of shit to a mattress. I think all those sponge rubber motherfuckers and Sleep Number's a total fucking scam. You know, spring versus coils and fuck, who the fuck knows? I mean, the one I got, I forget what I got. I love mine. It's real firm. Good night, Stephanie. Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, it's, you know, there's a lot of, it's like anything, shoes, jeans that fit. It's weird. It's not like easy though to just get a mattress that's good for you. Oh, the chosen one community. I never said that about anything. Yeah, it happens, but it's not your fucking problem. It didn't work. You weren't like fucking anybody. See, now those toppers, I've read about those, and they claim that you're not going to fix a bad mattress with a topper. I mean, you lay down on it. You know, it's not a good evaluation, isn't laying on that motherfucker in the store for 5 minutes. You know, it's this big, like, fucking, like, big, cool looking topper, and you put it on there and you lay down. It's like, yeah, this fucking feels good. I mean, have you ever laid in one that felt bad? It's sleeping on the motherfucker that counts. Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to rotate your mattress too. You know, all this bullshit. Fuck, I don't know. Mattresses, I think, are complicated. Yeah, I put mattress pads on them too, in case I spill a dragon's milk or something. I'm sure in the next 15 years I'll be shitting my pants and every other fucking thing. Oh, comfort pad on my old bed. No, yeah, you need to change that then. Just really research. You know, Consumer Reports. Uh, you can join their online thing. Just make sure you cancel the automatic renewal. But I would say that would be worth joining for a year or whatever, because they did a couple issues on mattresses, and I think they're pretty good at their evaluations. And they take a lot of things into consideration. Yeah, flipping a mattress, that's not exactly easy. I'm not getting any more king size mattresses either. They're a fucking two. Gotta be a goddamn Olympian to put a fucking fitted sheet on the goddamn thing. And they're all like 3 times as much. Yeah, double sided. Rubber sheet with flannel over it to protect the mattress. That's a good idea. Who else? Oh, that Yeah man. He was using those rubber sheets. Yeah, you see when people throw their mattresses out, you'll be in a neighborhood and it's like, God damn, man. You dirty motherfuckers. It's so gross. Yeah, you're right. Well, you know, I got friends of mine. They won't stay in a hotel. You think all the people that fucked on those mattresses shot a big load all over the fucking coil springs, and then the maid came in the next day and shot some 409 on it and dabbed it a little bit. You got your fucking face right there. Fitted sheets on a day. Yeah, I fucking try that. It's still a pain in the fucking ass. I mean, what I fucking ended up finally doing is I was getting like, you know, once you get king, you're fucked. You can get like a jumbo queen, or they got some goddamn name for it. It's a little bigger than like stretching some goddamn rubber on a fucking mandingo cock. I was getting queen beds and putting king size sheets on them. I didn't want to fuck with that. Yeah, it's worth the investment. Yeah, who wants to like have like a bunch of cum dried in their mattress. So gross. You get one of these cheap hotels on your way to Florida off I-75. That mattress has probably been fucked on 3,000 times. And you got your face right there. So fucking gross. God damn. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't like it either. I try not to think about it when I'm there. That's why I'll tell you, I've learned this just lately, because I've been taking some trips without Daisy, and I stay at nicer hotels because I need a good night's sleep. I'll tell you, the insulation's better. You don't hear a bunch of doors slamming. Fucking mattress is good. It's worth another fucking $50. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. JMO, do you still work? Or are you retired? I don't even think I could sleep with somebody else anymore. I wouldn't even want somebody in a bed with me. It's been so damn long. Yeah, I got bed bug once in all those years of being a PI. I got bed bugs once in St. Charles, Illinois. Those fuckers are hard to get rid of too. Thank God I didn't bring any home. Yeah, those fuckers, they itch like a motherfucker. They bite in a line. Yeah, what a nightmare, bed bugs. Yeah. They shoot this little they anesthetize you before they start sucking your blood out of you. Yeah, it sucks. But I know they got to do all sorts of crazy shit, like turn the room up to 140 degrees and stuff to get rid of them. Yeah, it's crazy. No, it's not weird. I mean, you get older, you're aware of this shit now, and you think about it. Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna go to bed, you guys. I think my video's done rendering. I'll upload it. Just leave it on. Don't forget to watch it from beginning to end. 6 hours long. Just a camera pointing in the sky. Oh yeah, I don't blame you. Well, JMO, you have a good night, Frisky. Lucid, you nighty night. Dave, Infalove. You guys party on. Hope you have a good night. Dot or whatever that guy's name was. Good night, Michelle. Good night. Thanks for coming on, Dot Dole. Good luck to you. I've been eating those fucking things like M&Ms, and they don't really do that much. And I knew I was going to be drinking some scotch tonight, so I didn't take a Tylenol. The last time I took a Tylenol and a fucking ibuprofen at the same time, I got hives. Now, I'm not sure that's what did it. I got hives about a fucking week ago, and I think it was laundry detergent. That Purcell or whatever they fucking call it, Paracel. I don't know for sure where I got it fucking from. Yeah, nah, I'll just fucking. I think I'll take a NyQuil, and I had a couple shots, and I'll be able to sleep. But I toss and turn all night because I'm like sore. No, you're not. No, it's not. You're not supposed to. Oh, you're not? Oh, I didn't know about that. Yeah, maybe you're not. Or I'm not doing it again, though. I'll tell you that. Not a fucking total idiot. But fuck you. You know, you got pain, man. I mean, this shit's fucking miserable, man. I'm telling you. Since like Sunday, I've been like hurting big time. I mean, no shit. Yeah, I should. I hate doing that shit, though. We don't have any bathtubs here. I thought of that before getting a hot tub, though. I just don't want to fuck with them. Most of the time, yeah, I thought of that too. I thought about calling Ted today, but I just, when you're aching and shit, you don't feel like fucking with anything. I use that Penetrex. I mean, I can do it, but like right now, I've had like probably 4 shots, and I'm still like, I'd say my pain level, soreness is like probably an 8. I mean, this fucking shit hurts. This isn't just some little pussy ass fucking like twisted muscle. It feels like you shot goddamn gasoline in my joints. My lower back, my shoulders, my knees, and my feet. Yeah, probably there's all sorts of shit. And today, like, I haven't been going on my laptop because I thought what got it going was those 2 5-hour chats, plus fucking with those books on that concrete floor. Like today, I go to that place and get coffee in the morning, and I made sure my posture that I didn't like bend over. And I can only take about an hour of that shit, and I was sitting right. And I thought, fuck this, man. I just didn't even feel like reading anymore. Get the fuck out of here. Now, when I'm driving or something and I'm leaning back, it doesn't really bother me. But even like laying flat in bed right here, I'm fucking sore. I don't know what the fuck it is. I've had this happen before. I don't fucking remember what made it go away. Not really. Yeah, I did drink 2 big waters tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I think I did drink 2 big waters just like while I was talking to you guys. I mean, shit, I don't even feel like jacking off. That's serious. That's my litmus test and how sore I am. That's serious. Yeah, well, you guys have a good day tomorrow. You party on. When I get up, I don't feel bad, but I have a shitty night's sleep. I'm tired when I get up. Fucking tossing, fucking turning. Goddamn pillows all over. It looks like the fucking room. This has been this way for a long time. It looks like the fucking room's been ransacked. No shit. I mean, fucking pillows like 15 feet away. Fucking corner the sheet off. Yeah, I got a fucking terrible mattress for sure. Maybe it's the combination of what caused this and this fucked up mattress. This is a fucked up mattress. I got a good one in my house, but I'm not living in there yet. I even thought of sleeping in that motherfucker. Yeah, you're right. It could be, just for the goddamn mattress. But I didn't because I got my shit here and I'm fucking lazy and I haven't felt good and I don't want to move all my fucking toothpaste and shit. Stupid, I know. Yeah, I know I do, but I told Marty tonight, man, I can't do this. I can't fucking do it. I mean, I know I fuck around with these vultures and shit, my YouTube and go to get a coffee in the morning and fuck around going out to eat. But that's different than this shit I got, man. I can't fucking do this. I can't fucking move these books and stuff and stack them. And even when I was stacking those books, you got to get up in this ladder, and the fucking ladder is like not that wide, even though it's a good ladder. I guess I might just be too old standing on that fucking thing for like 5 hours stacking books. Fuck, man. Fucking wore my ass out. I mean, I've been in such soreness since I like, my brain just says, fuck that, and I don't do it. I know I will, but I know I will be. But here's the fucking problem. So these books, they weren't totally organized in boxes. So you gotta put the books on the shelves by subject matter. Well, that isn't like, you don't really know how many like books, let's say on neurology you have. So I've been stacking them up all in stacks, and then at least you know the subject matter and you can just start stacking. But that fucking took forever too. And I got about 40 more boxes of books to organize to stack on the fucking shelves. I just don't think I can fucking do it. Let's put it this way. Maybe I could do it, but I'm not gonna. So I gotta just bite the bullet and pay for it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay for it. But here's what I worry about. It's like concrete floor. You got to be on a ladder. I mean, way the fuck up there too. And then I worry about like getting sued and shit. It's just like, a typical fucking thing with like lots of problems. I don't want to do that either. The last guy I hired, nice guy, but fucking stupid. He caused more work than he did, and I don't know anybody else. I can find him. It's just, you keep thinking you're going to get better, and I just think I'm not. I just fucking realized today I'm not going to be able to do this. I got to pay for it. It just sucks paying that much to have fucker stack books. I didn't think I was like in that bad a shape. I can't because the books are everywhere over there. Thinking I was just going to be over this in a day or two. No, my doctor tells me 50 years and above don't get on a fucking ladder. And I've probably been on one fucking 25 hours in the last 3 weeks. And nah, I can't. I got like fucking so many, man. I'm just going to find some people and fucking do it. Because I'll never fucking move in if I don't. It's just too much shit to do. And let me tell you this, too. Moving that shit out of Michigan took me 2 years. I could have sold that house 2 years ago. I had to pack up all those fucking books. And that wasn't like elevated shit. It wasn't like stuff you could be on your feet. I couldn't even fucking hardly do that. It took me 3 fucking goddamn trips, 1,000 miles each way. And even when I got it, one time I stayed 2 months up there. So I fucking hate it so bad. Like I'm all fucking sore and shit. But I was on my better mattress, so I bet that's what it is. I mean, it's fucking, fucking nuts, man. You can't do this shit, man. I mean, my brain's just telling me, do not do this shit. You cannot do this shit. I make excuses like this would be like me just like telling you need to do this. And I go and like fucking swatch it with a paddle like 25 times and it hurts. And before you know it, it's like, you don't want to come over there and do this because you know you're going to get swatted with a paddle 25 fucking times. So before you know it, one day turns into 2 days turn into a week, and you got every goddamn excuse in the world. Now with me being sore like this, I just think, well, I should be okay in a couple days. Well, you know what? I haven't been. I'm not getting any better. And the last fucking thing I feel like doing is fucking standing on a goddamn ladder that caused this. Standing on concrete fucking floor that caused this and making it worse. So it translates into nothing done. I shouldn't be overwhelmed though. I mean, normal fucking people would have had this done long ago. I use the excuse that the contractor was like taking his time, and then like I wanted to make sure I liked it down here. It's one goddamn excuse after another. I think I just can't do this fucking physical shit anymore. No bullshit, man. And it just sucks. You got these used books. I've made 1,000 trips each way to get this fucking shit. I got it down here now. And, you know, it's just now you start thinking they're used fucking books. Now I got to pay some motherfuckers on top of it after all that expense and time to fucking put them up there once I get home. You just like, it's like stupid. I'd have been better off throwing them all in a goddamn dumpster and buying them all over again and fucking stacking them as they came in the mail. But you don't know that at the time. God damn it. Well, there is a little bit of sense of urgency because, you know, I'm living over here and Marty's wife, they're gonna sell their Hilton house, Hilton Head thing, and she's gonna stay over here. And you know, she's a fucking OCD, everything in order. So they haven't told me this, but I know I'd give her a fucking heart attack living under the same roof as her. So they'll never tell me this, but I know they want me to get the fuck out of here and go over there, but they'll never say it. But they're like nice people. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it. Well, so there is kind of a sense of urgency. I fucking told Marty today, you know, because I'm sure that he goes over. You'll never meet a nicer guy in the world. He's an early riser. I'm not. I'm sure he goes over to my new house and looks in there and thinks this motherfucker hasn't done a thing. So it's gotten dragged out so long now. But I do other things around here that don't bother my back. Like he hasn't done one thing since I've been here for 2 years, which I'm fine with. But that isn't the same as this. So I'll bet he looks in there and he thinks this mother and says to himself, this is what anybody would say to themselves. This fucker hasn't done shit. And I finally leveled with him tonight. I said, hey, look, I'm going to tell you something, man. I can't fucking do this. I can't do it. I couldn't do it when I moved him out. I couldn't do it. It's not lazy because I do other things. But I can't like stand on concrete and ladders and shit. I'm hurting. I mean, not good. Like today, I didn't even eat till later. I ate some of those ribs, which I never eat my own cooking. And I can't fucking do this shit. Well, Marty's got like tons of money, and I can afford it too. But it's just hard to want to pay for something that your ego thinks you can do. So he says, well, I'll get 2 people to do it. I'll just pay for it. It's like, no, you're not fucking paying for it. You know, it's a fucking issue. But I did tell him that I can't do this fucking shit, man. Yeah, you know, I'd tell you if I fucking really believe that's all of it, but I don't. I think that's just, it's not really that. I mean, maybe like 4%. Believe me, I admit my fucking faults. It's not that much of it. It's just, you know, I mean, I got this inner mental turmoil of thinking that any day now I'm going to do this and tomorrow never comes. No shit. Yeah, that's the problem. That's a problem with me for like the last 10 years. If there's no deadline, a suspended license, a fine from the IRS, it isn't just this, but this is like the worst. There's no deadline or consequence. You can fucking forget it. I was this way in Michigan. I couldn't even fucking finish paint one room. No shit. All right. Well, you guys party on. You have a good day tomorrow. We will rock on another night. Peace out. Good night, JMO. Good night, Lucid. Bye, Lucid. It's too long. I can't wait that long. You kicking